Hey planners, it's Tay of Shantae Plans and welcome back to my YouTube channel. In this video, I'll be planning the week of September 6th through the 12th and using the Pumpkins kit from Sadie Stickers. At the time that I am filming this voiceover, it is October. And actually almost the end of October. And this spread is from the beginning of September. So this is going to be a very interesting voiceover because I gotta tell you, I don't remember anything about this week. And so everything that's gonna happen is gonna surprise me too. So let's go ahead and take a look at what's happening in this spread and find out what happened to me this week. This will be fun. But it's awesome. I actually just got, at the time that I'm filming this voiceover, I just got home from vacation and I had this video that I'd edited and just hadn't had a chance to get to the voiceover at the beginning of this month because it was really busy for me just trying to take care of a lot of things going on with work and prep and get myself ready to go on vacation. But I'm glad I had this edited because it made it really easy for me to just like pop this voiceover in and then I could get a video up, which is good because like the whole month of October has been not so great for me with videos so far, but I'm going to be making up for that because I've got a lot of planning and filming that I will be working on. So you can expect more videos from me soon, or don't. Let's lower expectations and then we'll all be surprised together. That's probably the better way to go. Anywho, I'm working on some date cover deco. Also, oh my gosh, this video I remember because I filmed this right after Lauren and I had done a live on Instagram where we were talking about creating a planner YouTube, and my technique for editing and Lauren's technique for editing were very similar except for one thing. She would speed up her videos before she cut down her clips, and I used to always cut down my clips first and then speed them up because I was nervous I wouldn't be able to cut out like dead air if the video clips were sped up before I edited them down. So this was my first time trying it Lauren's way, which I really like and I am using going forward. But I feel like this might not have been my best editing in terms of cutting out things that like normally I would have caught if the video wasn't sped up. I don't know, I was trying something new. So especially with this date cover deco part, I feel like this is taking like quite a bit more time in showing this than I normally would. But anyways, I had so much fun with the date cover deco, playing around with the florals and then those autumn themed trims, all of that from Sadie Stickers because I'm obsessed with her $2 Tuesdays. She comes out with like the best embellishments. Then moving into my sidebar, I had this cute little pumpkin bowstrung box, which was actually from last year from the Giving Girl. I'm not sure if those are still in her shop because I bought that last year, but I really love it and the color matched perfectly with this kit. Embellished it with some of the florals and that cute little acorn from Sadie Stickers, and now I'm just placing down the full box so that I can start building up my sidebar, and then of course still pulling in that leaf trim, which I thought was the most beautiful thing. Then using a scallop trim, I believe that is from Bloom Paper Studio, at the bottom of that full box. Now I'm just going to add in my habit trackers. I've made some shifts in what I've been doing with my sidebar and wanting it to be a little bit more decorative than functional. And so what I have still been incorporating is definitely my habit trackers, but I then go into playing around with like fashion dolls in this bottom section, which is where I used to include the Monday through Sunday box, and I'd track like dinners or things happening that week, my schedule, PR schedule, all that stuff. I don't do any of that anymore. Now it's just about playing around with like florals and these adorable fashion dolls from Red Lyrics that I am obsessed with. And this was an interesting one because there was a full box in this kit that I ended up omitting, and it had this really cute like yellow jacket, or was it a jacket? I think like a jacket and some little Mary Janes. And because of the fashion doll that I used in the sidebar, she had a totally different vibe. But by leaving out that full box that had the little Mary Janes on it and pulling in that fashion doll, it totally changed the whole mood of this spread, which I loved. Moving on to Monday, we have one of my collab hanging signs that I created with Sadie Stickers. At the time that I am doing this voiceover, so it's October, the signs have been re-released, and I want to say a big thank you to everyone because I got so many requests from people for the signs to come back. that we brought them back in the original wood grain, and then we also released some new autumn winter colors. So those are available and will be available until November 12th. If you didn't get a chance to pick them up the first time we released them, or just want some more, you absolutely can get them at Sadie Stickers website. So I used the sign to mark that Monday was Labor Day, and I had the day off of work. That Labor Day script is actually from Artbox Stickers. She is closed now, and there are lots of other shops where you can get scripts from. My latest favorite is definitely Paper Trail Plans, and she has some gorgeous holiday scripts that I will be picking up for next year. But I was going through my scripts, and I guess I had already used my Labor Day from Rose Colored Days in Rose Gold, and so I ended up pulling in the one from Artbox Studios because I needed one in Rose Gold. And then underneath there, I marked that I had just spent the day planning, because that is what I do on days off. Wow, okay, this really sped up. This is so funny because originally I felt like the speed on my video was going kind of slow, and then it just like jumped really, really fast. Anywho, I'm scattering my full boxes. On Monday, I marked that we went grocery shopping, and then because I had the day off, Rachel and I decided to do an episode of Plans Change, which we hadn't done in a while, which was so much fun because when we were in quarantine and working from home, it was something we were able to do every 2 weeks. And now with us both being back into working, leaving the house for work, it's became something that just we weren't able to sustain that every 2 week schedule. But anytime we really get a chance to, we do like to do a Plans Change episode. And actually, I started by marking that I did laundry that day. It was a very active day, actually, because I was at home. I was able to get some stuff done around the house, which, gotta tell you, I do miss that about quarantine, is the ability to multitask and do things around the house at the same time as getting your job done. When you're working from home, you can throw in a load of laundry and still be checking your work emails, and all of it's getting done at the same time. But I'm going to lift up that laundry day and move that, because I realized that I'd run out of room on Monday to mark the Plans Change episode, and I really preferred to mark that over doing laundry, because laundry happens all the time. Plans Change does not. So I just used the scallop half circle from the kit, embellished with some florals. The script is a custom from Panda Bird Design, and the adorable little microphone that I am layering over the wood grain hexagon from the kit is from Harriet Wright Designs. And so just marking that episode of Plans Change, and it was really fun just to be able to sit down and plan and chat with her, because it kind of felt nostalgic, which is weird, because like, can something be nostalgic if it was only like a year ago? I don't know. I feel like nostalgic is like one of those things where it's like, oh, it was so many years ago, and this was just like, no, it was last year. But it's like a thing that used to be, and it's kind of not the same way anymore. Like, the show still exists, but not the same way we used to be able to do it every 2 weeks. So it was like a nice little throwback moment. It feels like a little dramatic to like call it a throwback moment, considering, I mean, technically it was just like legit last year. Anyways, on to Tuesday. I started by putting down a floral divider from Honey Inked, and then used this adorable little square box from the kit, embellished with some of the florals. And that $2 Tuesday script is from Lilac Lumen Plans. The way she has those scripts stacked on top of each other, and the combination of the two different fonts, is my favorite thing in the world. I absolutely love that $2 Tuesday script from her. Underneath there, I'm using a quarter box to mark a meeting that I had for work. And this is the beginning of the month, so this was probably my one-on-one with my manager. At the beginning of the month, I'll usually have a meeting with my manager, and we'll go over different things that are like kind of a general overview of what's happening for the month, any projects or things I might need help with, or anything that might be coming up. And we just sort of focus and make sure we're on track with goals and things like that. So that's what that meeting was about. And then, it was also one of my coworkers' work anniversaries. And this was really special because my department, when I say we would throw a party and just have food at the drop of a dime, this is one of the things that I've always loved about my department. We like to party. But obviously, of course, with COVID and with everyone working at home, it wasn't something we'd been able to do. And even with us being back in the office, it wasn't like we haven't like really gone into like celebration mode. And this, I feel like, was like the first thing that we did that kind of was similar just to like the way we used to be. And like one of the first things that we started celebrating in my department, my coworker it was her work anniversary. And so we all brought in something and everything was store bought. Like no one cooked anything or brought anything from home, again, because of course with COVID and everything. So everything was packaged and store bought. Or picked up from like a bakery, and my boss brought bagels. I think I went to Panera and picked up something, and we just had like just a breakfast to celebrate her work anniversary. So any excuse to eat food, my department, we never turn down any excuse to eat food. Then after work, oh gosh, I swung by one of those voting drop boxes because it was the California governor recall election thing, which thank God that went the right way. If you don't live in California, don't worry about it. We just the dramatics in our state government. Anywho, then I filmed my September dashboard when I got home from work that day. On to Wednesday, I started by marking my midweek post on Instagram, and then, my office ordered lunch. They've been doing that for us almost like once a week ever since we got back to being in the office. And I feel like I said this in another one of my plan with me's, because they started bringing people back into the office, but they haven't been able to bring everyone back because like I was in that first group of people they started bringing back into the office, and then the Delta variant went all crazy. And so they had to stop bringing people back into the building. And so because there are so few people in the building, I feel like it must be apparently really cost effective for them to feed us, because they keep ordering like catered lunch like once a week for us, which is nice. But if I have the choice between catered lunch or working from home, I would pick working from home. Just saying. And then I went home and folded and hung up my laundry that I washed on Monday. 2 days later. That is also typical of me, to have already washed my laundry and then waited 2 days to actually put it away. Did some editing on Wednesday, and then I'm just finishing scattering the rest of my full boxes and finishing off the pattern of like headers right underneath my date covers. And so I tend to use like my Wednesday, Thursday as like my center point, and then sort of repeat the pattern outward from there, where I had that, what was that floral from Honey Inked, and then the little scallop from Bloom Paper Studio. On to Thursday, I put down that blowing leaf divider from Sadie Stickers. That was from a $2 Tuesday. Super cute. And then put down a half box. I was helping one of my coworkers work on a report, and I wrote helping, but essentially I was training her because again, this is in September. So I was going to be out of the office for my vacation for October. And so I needed to train one of my coworkers to be a backup and support for some of the reports that I do each week. And so that she was prepared and able to handle that while I was going to be out of the office. So I was doing a lot of training with her in the month of September, leading up to me being out of the office. Then I marked that be meal prepped lunch for us. Super awesome. Appreciate that always. Which was probably also really good. He's definitely the better cook than I am. Then I marked that I was working on a planner project. I'm not even sure which planner project I'm referencing there. I feel like I kind of always have something that I'm trying to work on when it comes to planning, which I really enjoy. But because it's been so many weeks from planning to doing this voiceover, no idea which one I'm referencing. Then I watched the Billie Eilish. It was what was it called? It's like a concert that she did at the Hollywood Bowl, and it was on Disney Plus, which was really good for the release of her new album, Happier Than Ever, which I'm obsessed with. And then finished off Thursday with a workout. On to Friday, I went to Panera for breakfast. Okay, I went to Panera like a couple weeks or maybe a month or so before that, and I went there just to get like their spinach and egg white sandwich. And while I was there, the lady working was like, would you like to taste one of our souffles? And I was like, sure, why not? She gave me like a whole souffle. I was not expecting that, which like I got to work and like immediately cut it in half and like gave the other half to one of my coworkers. I was like, I can't eat a whole freaking souffle. I already ordered a sandwich, and I didn't want it to go to waste, but I was excited to like taste it, and I tried it and it was so good. And I was like, oh my God, their souffles are the bomb. And so this day I went in specifically to get that souffle because it was like, yep, that was yummy. Want another one of those. And then I was listening to, I finished listening to Bob Iger's Ride of a Lifetime, which is an Audible book that I was listening to. So good. Very, very inspiring. I think for me, a lot of times when it comes to like thinking about my career and being sort of like driven in that area, it's really nice listening to people who've had just like incredible work experiences and great careers, and Bob Iger certainly has had one. It was very interesting just listening to all of the different challenges and things that he did and how he sort of strategized and what his business outlook is. It was really enjoyable. Picked up some, I went to CPK. And I think it's funny because I've never thought about it like for people who don't live in California, because I love CPK, and I feel like I was watching a show or something and they were like, CPK is just like not like authentic pizza if you're like a New Yorker or somebody like who has that type of reference for pizza. It's so funny because I've never thought about it. Of course, being a native Californian, I'm like, CPK is awesome. But yeah, awesome. I love it. Went there and picked up CPK for dinner. I'm also a pizza addict. I love it. And then B and I had a game night. Oh, that must have been fun. On Saturday, I got up and had to get blood drawn. Oh, good God, I remember that. We're in the process of figuring out this whole fertility thing. And so they had to draw blood. When I tell you, this woman started printing out labels for the blood draw, and it's like I sat down and she was like, oh, I'm just waiting for my labels to print, and they started coming out like a slot machine, and she had just won. And I was like, ma'am, that is a whole lot of labels. And then she started pulling down vials for each of the labels. And I was like, okay, she's pulling them down in like batches and like handfuls. There must have been like 21, 23 different vials. At some point, my arm just gave up. And like, you know how when they wrap that little strap around your arm and they take it off, and that's basically how you know they're done drawing your blood? Nope. She took it off because she was like, your arm doesn't seem to be giving any more blood. And I was like, yeah. In my head, I'm thinking, yeah, lady, I'm tapped out. You took it all. Back away, you vampire. And so she just kind of kept going and just sort of squeezing my arm and just kind of getting the rest out. And I'm like, okay, alrighty. When I tell you, and B and I have been joking about this, just with this whole process, if we actually do get a kid, trust me when I tell you the kid is getting on their birthday a gift with a side of guilt. You will be hearing the story of everything mommy went through to get you here, kid. Wait for it. Oh, just wait for it. I'm going there. I'm gonna be that mom. Yeah, gonna. Soon as that kid's old enough to understand, hey, guess what? Those little vampires darn near sucked your mama dry. That's how you got here. Alrighty, now that I've convinced everyone that I should not be a parent at all, anywho, I uploaded a plan with me. I bought my nephew a PlayStation gift card because he texted me and asked for one. And then B and I had a pool day. That was fun and very relaxing. Did some editing. On to Sunday, I slept in. Probably tired because I'd spent the day before swimming, and replied to some comments on YouTube, did some more planning, and then I was very, very tired. I'm sorry. I'm looking at my planner. Sorry. Actually, I need to be looking at the screen. I was looking at my planner to see what was happening on Sunday. But in my planner on screen, I have just marked replying to video. I'm putting down these florals, which is going to be the base for where I add that little pin cup icon from Crafts by Towie to mark that I had a planning sesh. And then I am going to switch out the box at the bottom. And honestly, I did that because I wrote on that first box and I hated my handwriting. It looked a hot mess, which made me really sad because I really loved that box. But it's okay. I just swapped it out for a different one, added some florals on it. And then I'm just going to write in there that I was extremely fatigued. I binged watched Scandal and let it basically talk me to sleep is what happened there. Thank you all so much for watching this video. I hope you're having an amazing day and I will see you next video. Bye.